Hey guys, it's me again. So I know I haven't uploaded a video. Me and my best friend haven't uploaded a video in what seems like forever. So today I have decided to make one. Now she's not gonna be in the video because she's busy doing random other crap. But I have no life, so I'm doing this. Today I'm going to do a review over a Anzu Sarutobi. First, I'm gonna go off of her looks. She has brown hair with blue eyes, palish colored skin, kind of like it's like a sakura tone. She wears a purple and mostly purple and blue colors, which I really like the color combination. Um, the one thing that bothers me is that I think it's her later look. Hang on. Her she uploaded a picture on DeviantArt a while back, the last Anzu, and it looks just like Hinata's. The jacket and everything looks just like Hinata's. I'll put a link to her DeviantArt in the description, as well as her uh, Wikipedia page. But the whole outfit in general, you changed like very few things about the outfit, which doesn't really change the fact that it looks just like Hinata's. And that's one thing that can easily be changed, like with Sawai, like her character, for example. Her last outfit is very unique and very different, and I really, really like it. It's a really good and well thought out outfit. Sawai overall is a very well thought out character. And my dog has to bark. Sorry. But, ignore the dog. She wears a lot of blues, a lot of purples, which I really like the light purple that you gave her. It's not like, purple, it's like a more saturated purple. It's really calming. I don't really have that much of a problem with her looks, other than the fact that her hair is extremely long, which is something that can very easily be changed. Like, I don't know, just shorten it just a little bit. She is a very well done character, though. She is very cute and she's very, original looking. She also made. Okay, I don't know if this is her pre-Shippuden or her Shippuden. I think it's her Shippuden outfit, yeah. She wears I think it's shorts. It's a skirt, never mind. It looks very similar to Ino, and you can tell that it is based off of Ino. Um, by the way the skirt is, and it's really easy to tell with her, but she is a very well colored character. I love her color combination. I like the colors a lot. Overall, the thing that can be fixed is her super extremely long hair, and the fact that her last outfit is a ripoff of Hinata. Those are two things that easily changed. Um, her pre-Shippuden outfit, I don't really have a lot of pictures of it, but the one picture that I know that's on her wiki, it does look very similar to Sakura, and well, no, not really. It's kind of similar to Sakura, but she is a very cute character. Now that that's over with, I'm gonna go on to her story, which is gonna take up most of the video because her story is really bothersome. The one thing that I'm gonna start off with is that it is almost exactly like Sawai's. And Sawai, you can tell she put in a lot of thought to her character, and she really did try with her character, and she used a lot of time in her character, and this is very, very way too similar to Sawai. Um, she, first of all, okay, so I'm gonna go off of her background first. Her background says that she was born prematurely, which it's not that big of a deal. She was the firstborn granddaughter to the third Hokage. Okay, this part bothers me. Due to being prematurely born, she was a small and fragile infant, which also affected her height and made her shorter. That really bothers me because being born premature doesn't affect your height. It honestly doesn't, because a couple of my friends who are actually a lot taller than me were born premature. I was born like 2 weeks late, and I'm only like 5'1". So it doesn't really determine your whether you were born prematurely or late. That doesn't affect your height. Um, the picture that you have with her mother when she was first being born is a exact picture of Gaara and his mother whenever he was born. Which, I mean, I don't know how to feel about it because, I mean, I don't know. Because Gaara was, I'm not sure what happened with Gaara and his birth because I didn't really read up on it. But, I mean, you know, it's just, you could have done something different with it, you know? Like, I don't know, made her a little bit bigger. Or just, changed a few things very easily. And during childbirth, her mom was killed, which, parents getting killed is way overrated and really overused. Like, with my character, for example, both of her parents are alive. However, her dad leaves them because he's a slut. Simple as that. Her dad's a slut, and he didn't want to stick with one family, so he just left. So she lives with her mom. So I mean, that's simply what I did. And her mom's still alive, and all of that. I think personally that parents getting killed is really overused. And then when she was 2 months old, the Nine Tails attacked, and her father got killed. Yeah, I think from what I'm reading, it says that he went off to battle and he never came back. This makes me think that he was killed, which is also really overused and overrated. Because so why used it, a lot of characters have actually used that, and I just personally think you could do something different or just keep the father alive. That would create such a strong bond with not only the two of them, but it will also affect her in the later future. After her father died, sorry, I'm kind of getting sick. After her father died, she was given to one of his students, which I think is actually really cute. However, whenever her dad's student gave birth to triplets, she lost custody because she had the triplets, from what I'm reading, which doesn't actually happen. Like, honestly, if you wanted her to be put with her aunt, or from what you said, she's her aunt by marriage, then you should have just left it with the aunt. Because I think that would have been a lot better of a development between not only Anzu, but her aunt as well. And her having triplets, like, you have to think that if she has another kid around, it could also help. It's just, but also it could be 10 times harder for her because she did have triplets, so I honestly wouldn't put her with her aunt at all. I would just take that part completely out. But later she was given to her grandfather and was raised by her, along with Konohamaru. Which, is exactly like Sawai's story. Sawai was taken in by her grandfather. She was raised with Konohamaru. And honestly, I think that's really kind of copyrighted because she was the first one that actually did all of that, and she was the one that built that whole thing with her character. Um, Also, the fact that the third Okage didn't ever let her outside, like, that's exactly like Sawai's character. Like, change, like, you can have him be like that. However, you can make her, like, this really rebellious character, you know, like, she she wouldn't listen to him. Like, she would go outside anyway. And that can also affect her being very energetic and, you know, like you said in her personality, she's very energetic. So, and I understand that he wants to teach her the essence of a ninja, and that's understandable. And I really like that fact, but then again, like, what kid wants to learn about that? Like, even Konohamaru doesn't want to learn about that. So, I mean, it, like, you can, it's a balancing act, you know? Like, he rarely lets her outside, but then again, she can sneak out. Like, she's learning during class, and then she's like, "Oh, can I go to the restroom?" Like, you know, most kids do. They'll go to the restroom and then they'll never come back. Um, which doesn't happen, which happens a lot in my school. But um, anyway, I like the fact that she does have a very short attention span, which is very like I haven't heard that with a lot of characters, and I really enjoy that fact that it's really different. Um, Also, the fact that she had to push the third Okage to let her enroll into the academy. Honestly, like, if I were the third Okage personally, I wouldn't hesitate to let my kid into the academy because then he wouldn't have to worry about the stress that it brings onto as a grandfather personally. Like, you have to think that if he is a grandfather, he wouldn't want to have to deal with the stress of dealing with not only one kid but two. And if he has to only teach one at a time, it makes it 10 times easier. And I don't know, it's easier. I like the fact that she was put in an OC team, which I don't really hear very much. Her personality, I really like her personality. She's a very playful girl who lacks a long attention span. Um, this little and you said, and she would in sentences with Yuko in English means let's go when she's excited or flustered, showing that she is an energetic character who hates to just sit around all day and do nothing. Among a few things, this verbal tic is something she inherited from her father. You also have to think about the fact that she wasn't around in order to learn what her father's like verbal tics were and all that because she was only 2 months old. I never met one baby that remembers when she was 2 months old. 2 months, yeah, 2 months old. I've never met somebody who remembers that far back. So you'll have to like get that from like her aunt. That would be really cute if she got it from her aunt. But getting it from her father, it's kind of like it's hard to determine if she really got it from her father or not because because like even with me and my dad, we I don't share a lot of his verbal tics and anything like that. Personally, I have my own, but that's just something you don't inherit, honestly. Da, da, da. I like the fact that you would compare, and even in the personality, you said she's mildly rebellious. You should have added that to the fact that she wanted to be outside more. Like that would have helped enhance the rebelliousness in her. And I love the fact that like the third Okage would say, "Oh, her father's genes are kicking in." That's adorable because Personality is something that you can kind of inherit from your parents. Like with me, I inherited a lot of my dad's personality. It's just what I did. I look a lot like my mom, however, I act a lot like my dad. It's very confusing for me. She's capable of holding a grudge for a long time. I am just like that, to be completely honest. And I really like that she put that in there. She's compassionate, determined, and courageous, willing to sacrifice herself in combat. Those she knows to be superior to defend her team. I like the fact that she's compassionate, which is something that's it's cute. Willing to sacrifice herself. You should be really specific about what she would be willing to sacrifice herself for. Like, I know you said that to defend her team, but is it just her team? Like, you need to go in like a lot of depth about would she sacrifice herself for her brother, like her siblings, if she has any, which I know she doesn't. Would she be willing to sacrifice herself for Konohamaru, stuff like that, like family? But the fact that you only put the team, it's kind of, it's just not, you know. I like the fact that she has a big sister personality. Because personally, being a big sister, that's just, like, it's so much. Like, because, like, I have a younger brother, and, like, to have that personality, it's very different for everybody. And, for me, it makes me want to be a better person just for him because he looks up to me like I'm a god. Um, uh, he comes to me for advice. It's simple stuff like that, like, older siblings don't really notice it, but at the same time, we do. And I really like the fact that she does have that big sister personality. Uh, I do like the fact that she's paired with an OC character, which I don't see very often. Personally, my character is paired with a canon character. Now, it's not Sasuke or anything like that because I'm not like that. It's stuff like that. My character is personally paired with Kiba because of his personality, and he just seems like a fun and energetic character to be with. I like the fact that she is paired with another one of her OCs, which is really cute, and something I tend to see a lot of now. Um, yeah, her now, okay, her abilities. No, back to the um personality and story. There's a lot of things you can change, like the fact that she lives with her grandfather. You could just take that out completely. You could take out the fact that she also lived with her aunt for a short amount of time. And the fact that she lost her parents, which I honestly would keep that alive. Like, keep them alive. If you don't want the mother to be in the picture, do something that doesn't involve killing her. Like, oh, she ran off somewhere. Like, I don't know. Like with my character, like I said, he was a slut, so that's what I did. And he's not in the picture anymore. So it's just Sakia with her mom and her two siblings. Which I'm really kind of glad that I did that with her. But, it's different for everybody. The fact that she's part of the Sarutobi clan, I've noticed that the Sarutobi clan can be very overused now. I would honestly change that as well and make it your own, your own clan. Like, make it a Sarutobi, but only make her mom a Sarutobi. And give her, like, her dad was, like, married in. Because then she can still be related, but have a different last name. That's about it for the story. For her abilities, she has swift release, which is something I don't see at all anymore. And I think it's really, really cool that you gave it to her. And the fact that she got it from her mom, a lot of stuff comes from their parents, from their mothers. Like with me and my character, I gave my character a lot of traits from her father. Even though he wasn't around very much, her older brother was around him a lot more often than any of her, like her, than either of them, than out of the three of them. Sorry, and he got a lot of his father's traits, such as his looks, his personality, and his chakra styles and usages like that. So Sakio was able to learn from him. Um, I would just change it to where she learned something from her father as well, not only the personality, but like, stuff like that. Um, her chart, her status. I kind of like the fact that her ninjutsu increases by a little bit. And the third, I really like that it goes from a 3 to a 3.5. Honestly, I would kind of bump down the speed because I understand. Well, no, never mind, never mind. I would keep that since she is Swift style. The stamina, I can't ever say that. Stamina. um, it's in the middle. I really like that. Other than that, she's a very well thought out ability character. Other than the fact that you should have given her a lot of ideas from her father as well. Now for her story, like the actual storyline that goes along with the Naruto story for the tuning exams. Uh, her tuning exam. For the written part, you said that she used her Kekkei Genkai, but however, her Kekkei Genkai is swift release. I don't really understand how that would enable her to cheat. Like what I did for my character, she has an ice release. She was able to create like little icicles to help her teams, cheat. Because she is a very, I made her a very intelligent character. She is very strong in book smarts, but she isn't very strong in, like hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that. I made her more intelligent in the books part. So she made like little, like, like reflective ice things, and she helped her team. It's just stuff like that. The Forest of Death, where is it? I just saw it. Okay, you go on to saying that in the Forest of Death, she was able to sense Orochimaru nearby, and she advised her team to move another direction. I don't understand how the swift release would allow her to sense Orochimaru nearby. So you would have to, like, go more in depth to that. I like the fact that you were specific about which team they obtained the scroll from a Sunagakuren uh, team, which is I don't do that, which I really like that. You go on to the preliminary. I like the fact that she went against a Kasugakura um, character for the preliminary matches. However, I kind of like the fact that she won, but kind of don't, because, you know, honestly, too many people make their character win during the preliminary rounds. Like, I'm not sure if I made my win for sure, but I don't know. She witnessed the Neji match with Hinata, which everybody pretty much witnessed this, except I think it was somebody, I don't know. Now for part 2. You start off by doing the Tenchi Bridge mission. She was with, she made her first appearance shortly after Team Cut. You don't really go into a lot of depth, but you do say that the main article is the Sasuke and Sai arc. But you just, if you're not, like, for my character, I put in stuff that she was a part of. Like, I didn't put in the Tenchi Bridge because she wasn't a part of it, or the Akatsuki, stuff like that. I didn't put that in because, you know, stuff like that. And then you go on to saying the Akatsuki suppression mission. Sorry. The part, I understand that, I like the fact that you had her cope with the loss of Asuma, which honestly, which was one of my least favorite episodes, to be honest, because I cried like a big old baby on that part. That was one of my hated parts. Uh, the part I kind of like the fact that she learned that Shikamaru, Ino, and Choji were going to avenge Asuma, and that Anzu actually asked Tsunade to join him. And I actually really like the fact that her request was refused. That was really cool. I like the fact that she wanted to help, but Tsunade didn't allow her to because it was already a full team. That's really, you know, different. Pain's assault. They were away on a mission. Okay, that's actually kind of normal. So, I mean, I don't know. It's very normal to have a character, you know, being away on a mission, and I really like the fact that she wasn't really involved in that. The 5 Kage summit. A lot of the stuff that you have in here, Anzu isn't really a part of. So to be honest, like, you could take those things out. Like, oh, she just wasn't a part. Like, if anybody asks you, you just have to say, oh, she just wasn't a part of it. She had no really big role in it. Like, that's what I do with my character. Like, my friends will ask me, oh, was she a part of this, and this, and I just say no, and it's simple as that. For the 4th Shinobi War, she was in the 1st Division. I really like that. I love the fact that somebody's doing something other than the 4th or 4th Division. I love the fact that it's in the 1st Division. Like, with my character, I think I put her in the 2nd Division. Yeah, it was the 2nd Division. And I like the fact that she's doing something other than, you know, the side that Gaara's on. It's different, and I also like the fact that she was in a, she was, she did, hang on. And then you go on to saying that she had to battle her parents. I do something different. I would do something different for that because, too many people battle family. I don't know, it's just personally. And then, okay, the last movie. The last movie she isn't really seen, which I really like. She is seen at, like, the start. She's seen walking down the street with her OC Kazuki, and then at the end with Naruto and Hinata's wedding. I really like that. Um, alright. For the Boruto movie, I like the fact that you include the fact that she is first seen with her family and that she has two kids. Um, Honestly, with my character, she does have two kids, but I switched the genders. Like, you have a boy first and then a girl. I personally had a girl first and then I had a boy. But, I mean, if you want to have a boy first, that's no big deal. It's just personally, I would prefer to have a girl first. I like the fact that you had her daughter giving Himawari a birthday present, which I think that's adorable. I would die to see that, and I wish you would draw a picture of that because that's beyond adorable. Um, I like the fact that at the end you say that you see your character um with your character and her husband and her daughter sitting in a cafe, and then they see their son running by, and I think that's adorable. Um, Overall, I think it is a really good character. There is something I like the ending where you start going off on your own. However, the first few parts of it is mostly too similar to Sawai. And I would personally change that because, I wouldn't want to be too similar. But I mean, you can just change like very few things and make it completely different from Sawai's. For her last name, that's one of the things you can change. Have her mother be a Sarutobi and her father be some other clan. Um, I like the fact that she's Swift Release. that's very different, and I don't ever hear that a lot. Um, as well as her background with her mom and the height thing, you could say that she was born prematurely, but don't say that it affected her height, when in all actuality it really doesn't. Um, Another thing, if she's gonna live with her aunt, make her live with her aunt. And I would also take out the part that she ended up living with the third Hokage. I would completely take that out and just have her live with her aunt. And just have her aunt have like one child after her. You know. Stuff like that. Um I personally that little verbal tick that you said she had, I wouldn't get it from her father, I'd get it from like her aunt or somebody. Just something, different. Because in all actuality, you don't learn verbal tics from your parents, and you don't inherit those either. Overall, she is a very, very well thought out character, and a very, very cute character. I like her colors, and I like the fact that she has, a different look. However, I would change her last outfit and her pre-Shippuden, but that's just personally me. Like any character, there's gonna be things you can change to make her a good character. She is a good character overall, but there is a few things that you can change that to make it less similar to Sawai. Other than that, then she's a really good character. That's pretty much all I have to say about her. She doesn't really have a lot wrong with her, other than the fact that she's too close to Sawai's character. But I mean, every character has flaws. I know my characters has flaws. I don't see them. So I mean, but anyway, I hope you like it, and I hope nobody gets rude, because I'm not trying to say, oh, she's a bad character, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help make her character better, because she is a good character. I'm just trying to help make it better. Anyway, as I'm ending, I hope you guys liked the video. If you want me to do somebody, leave a comment down below. I'll do videos for pretty much any character that involves Naruto, Fairy Tail, Free, either version, Kuruku, no Basuke. What's some other ones? Sorry. I do Kuruku no Basuke. What else? And that's pretty much all that I can think of right now, even though I have like a lot of characters. Oh, I'll do ones for Naruto, Fairy Tail, Free, Kuruku no Basuke, Pokemon, Diabolic Lovers, and Ruby. So if you guys want me to help you with any of those characters, just leave a comment down below, give me a link to your description, as well as some art that you have of him or her. And just tell me and say, hey, can you do this? And I'll look at it and just do it. Alright, I hope you guys like this video, because it's going to be really long. So, alright, that's all I got. Later.